Big Rivers, which is our wholesale energy supplier, is expecting or estimating it will spend $700 million to meet the new EPA regulations that are proposed right now. They're in the pipeline, and it really could happen. Now, all of you who are Kenergy members know we just went through a rate case, right? We asked the PSC if we could have more money to provide electricity. And we came up with a settlement that was a little bit less than what we had asked for. EPA regulations that force our wholesale energy suppliers to meet certain guidelines, those won't be up for discussion at the PSC. You will pay for it. Period. End of discussion. Because it's a federal requirement that we have to meet. So there won't be any banter back and forth, and you won't be able to appear before the PSC and say, well, I don't want my energy rates to go up. I can't afford to pay what I'm paying now. There won't be that opportunity. $700 million. Big Rivers has already spent hundreds of millions of dollars to comply, and within the last 10 years to comply with federal regulations. The EPA regulations they're trying to push on the power industry, the coal, it's coal. They're targeting coal. Power plants that use coal, 95% of Kentucky power plants use coal. 95% of your electricity comes to you with coal. So we are being targeted. What makes us very different here and why it would impact us so much? Of course, 95% of our power is generated by coal, but also we have two of the only, there are fewer than 10 aluminum smelters left in the nation. They've gone to other countries where the cost of power and the cost of labor are less. Now we're facing these EPA regulations, and they could cause the cost of power to go up as much as 40% in the next 5 years. That's not counting the cost of labor going up, the cost of health benefits going up. No other rate case in the next 5 years, just the burden of these EPA regulations. The other problem is, and when I say EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they're wanting to protect the air. We want to be good stewards of air quality, certainly, and we think we have been. But they are using 1970s rules, legislation, the Clean Air Act, to make rules for power plants. Those rules were basically, in the beginning, made for cars. So the Obama administration failed with cap and trade. How many of you remember the cap and trade issue? And Obama says, well, there's more than one way to skin a cat. We can go through the EPA and we can get it done that way. So there's a lot at stake here. And Edna knows this. The smelters, they have good incomes. This area is an anomaly, and I think it's worthy of national news. It's very different here, the impact if those smelters went away. And it's a real possibility. Mark Bailey, who is the CEO at Big Rivers, appeared before a congressional committee, and his testimony is in those printouts that I brought with me today. They're also on our website. And you should read them. It's very eye-opening.